look taller than you.
You do?
Yeah. Maybe my torso is longer than yours. That's better, that's better. Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're gonna share with you baby names that we love, but we won't be using.
And the excited part about this is that, you know, we were choosing so many different names, so many different
And we couldn't agree on anything.
Yeah, nothing. Like, we were just researching. Well, we both want the name of our baby means something. Not just to us, but also to the kid, you know? So when he or she grow up, it'll be like, oh man, my main name actually means that. That's amazing. This is so cool. So
yeah, it's really important to us. Eli's name means something. Eli in Hebrew means my God, or lofty, or high, and it's kind of like a thank you to God, and that was something that was really important to us. And we love the name Eli. We love how short it is. He doesn't have a middle name. It just fits him so well. So we really wanted to find a name that fit our baby girl. Spoiler alert, if you didn't see the gender, we're having a baby girl.
Let's do this.
But we still couldn't figure out a name. We've been like discussing it for 9 months almost.
Yeah, and it's like really close to the, you know, to the birth, and we just don't know. And it's so crazy because, like, you know, all the family members are asking us, hey, so what's the name? What's the name? What's the name? What's the name? So we found the name. Maybe when we see the baby, we'll know the name. We're not going to tell you yet what it is, but we found the name.
But we didn't find the name until we went through this list last night when we were preparing for the video of all the names we didn't like. We finally found the name that we think that we do like. So,
and that's the honest truth.
And so it's actually really good that we decided to make this video. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have found a name.
And we found a name.
A couple things I want to just point out beforehand. If any of these names are your names, they're all very beautiful. We love all these names, but they're just not right for our child. So please don't be offended. And then you know how it is. Sometimes you
just like different colors.
Yeah, you like different colors. Different names suit different people. And then sometimes you have an association with a name of either somebody that you know. Like, we like some names, but he also has some students that are named that. So it's kind of weird. We have some names that we associate either with a dog or a person that maybe we don't have a great relationship with. So we've gone away from those names as well. And then the last thing is our last name is a real doozy. Nobody in America can pronounce it. And so we just want to make it easy on our kid. The name that we do think we're gonna pick is maybe a little bit difficult, but it's a really beautiful name. So, and we'll share the name, of course, when I finally give birth. So let's get into the names that we love, but we're not gonna be using.
Okay, so I really like the name Eden. Like, really sits well in my heart.
It means delight and it means pleasure, which is beautiful.
Yeah, and the Eden is like, you know, Garden of Eden is like the beginning and start in the perfect garden of God. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And I know there's a lot of girls named Eden, so I'm like, okay, it doesn't really bother me. But I also want to find a name that I've never heard about.
And I'm not super big into Eden.
No, I would never call her Edie.
I know, but some people might call her Edie, and then that reminds me of Euclid, and I just don't like.
No, they should call her Eden.
So mine that I really, really loved, and I really wanted to name the baby is Kalel.
No.
And it means vision of God.
Superman!
And it means voice of God, or it means of God, and I think that's so beautiful.
But there's a big but. Those who watched Superman and all those kind of things, you know that Kalel was the bad guy. And it's, first of all, it's a guy. And Kalel is most of the, but Kalel is a guy, right? Kalel, oh, that says, you know, the villain from Superman. That's what people like know about.
I really like that name for a boy or a girl. I think it's really beautiful. I don't watch Superman, so I had no idea, but he spoiled it for me, so we're not using that name.
We should make a list how many movies she didn't watch.
I don't have time to watch movies.
So the next thing we were thinking about was Kalai. And Kalai is, I mean, it sounds really beautiful and you know, and all those kind of things. But again, Kalai, mostly it's for men and for the boys. And I know it doesn't matter. You know, when you speak with somebody or like, it's like, oh, you know, I'm going to introduce you to Kalai. And the person imagining the guy probably is like, whatever.
Who uses that name, first of all? Like, nobody even uses that name. So why would they even be like, actually, that's a boy name?
Yeah, exactly. The problem with Kalai was that Kala was a very good friend of mine. And he unfortunately died, and just kind of like makes
a weird association for you.
Yeah, it's kind
and
of
then we really like the name Kala without that association. But then we've been experimenting with black Himalayan salt, and it's Kala Namak, and I was like, no, we're not calling the baby after salt or your friend who passed away.
That ain't happening.
The next one I liked was Lila or Lila, kind of like just a variation on
Lila.
And of course it reminds me of the Tom Jones song Delilah, so that was a no. But it's a really beautiful name. It means dark beauty, it means, oh, you want a pillow?
Yeah, my back hurts actually. I think I want to feel comfortable.
It means night, it means dark beauty, so I think it's a really pretty name, but obviously we can't agree on it, so we're not gonna use it. The next one that we had chosen, and this was actually our first girl name if Eli was gonna be a girl, and it is Abia, which is a really sweet name.
Beautiful.
It means God is my father, and I really like that. I think it's really beautiful.
I still like this name a lot.
Well, here's the problem. Because I speak Spanish, I also think of Abia, which in the past tense means had, and I don't want to call my daughter had. And that's like all I can think about when I think of Abia. So I just can't.
Yeah, but like, you know, how many people speak Spanish either way?
So many people speak Spanish.
Ami came out. We have this book of like a Hebraic, like a Jewish names book, names that are in the Bible, and it's amazing. It's a really cool stuff. So we just like looked through those names, and the one name that popped up was Ami.
A-M-I.
Oh, it's Ami, and it is what it is. It probably came from the same place. But again, Ami seems like Emmy, and it's nothing to Emmy, and I know one Emmy, and she's beautiful and she's a sweet girl. But I just don't think I want to call my daughter Emmy.
I feel like it's a fairly
Sorry,
common
Emmy.
name. Sorry, Amy's and Amis out there. The next one that I really like is Eve. I always like that name, but he had an ex-girlfriend named Eve.
No, it's like it was great times and stuff, but but you know, it's like an ex-girlfriend. Like it shouldn't be. Ella was an ex-girlfriend as well. Yeah.
Here's one that I heard yesterday that I really liked. I didn't even share it with you. It's called Avani.
That's cosmetics.
Avani?
Yeah, like Avanti or something, or Avon.
Avon.
Avon. Sounds Italian, like Avani.
It's actually of Indian descent, and it means earth, which is really beautiful. But I also feel like it's kind of a popular name or coming up popular name, so we just, you know, scratch that.
You scratched that because I never heard of that.
Another one that I like that I didn't. I did share with you. You were like, what the heck? Was Imogen, and I think that's really pretty, but it also really doesn't suit. I don't think it would suit both of us. Imogen, not imagine.
Oh, I see.
Imogen, no.
Imagine. Okay, so we thought about Leia. But then again, Princess Leia, I just don't know. It's not gonna happen. Mia, I have a student named Mia. And
a pretty name.
She's a beautiful girl, beautiful dancer. She's gonna do great. But again, I know somebody and will always like remind me of that person, and I just don't want that. Like I would name my boy Chris, and I'll be like, that's awkward. To me at least, right? Because you have like Chris Jr. Chris the second.
This is a name that I really like, but he doesn't like, and it is a boy name. It's Micah. I think that's really, really pretty. A really nice name, and the meaning of it is who resembles God, and I think that's really beautiful. Children are such a gift from God, and it's such a wonderful thing to kind of like in their name attribute back thanks to God for the gift of having them. So
it's like biblical name. I always will see the chapter Micah.
Yeah, that's true. Or you don't want to name your kid like Obadiah. Sorry if there's any Obadiahs out there, but that's a long one and a mouthful, and I feel like maybe something that a kid could be made fun of.
Maai?
M-A-A-I.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful name. I think it's really nice.
It kind of reminds me of mahi-mahi, which is a kind of fish. So no.
And we are vegan. So.
And then I have some that I feel are a little bit more European, and I just know that Chris doesn't like them. Hellena, I think it's really pretty. Mila is really pretty. No. Lola, I like that name.
Lola sounds like, no, I shouldn't say it.
What?
No, because somebody can have a name Lola. It's like, oh, thank you for calling me that way.
What does it mean though?
I don't know, you know. Yeah, let's move on.
So we still don't 100% know. I do think I want to see the baby before we fully name her, but I think the name that we kind of figured, or at least first agreed on last night, is really beautiful. It has a lot of meaning to it.
So the meaning of the name is a royal or a queen?
When I think about a proud young woman, I want her to feel like a queen. I want her to feel proud of herself and hold her shoulders back and be, you know, a really great woman in her life. So I really enjoy this name. I love what it stands for.
A lot of names were given even after the birth, like when they were
weeks after.
Yeah, like weeks after, when they kind of figured out the baby's temperament
and the character a little bit more.
Yeah, of course, like you cannot fully figure it out.
The baby.
And that name stick to the child not just as a name, but as like the character. It's like a kind of like a prophecy that you give into the child. That's what we believe, and that's what we trust. That's, you know, that's kind of it. Queen sounds great. I mean, royal sounds great. Heaven, you know, sky, like uplifted, and like Michele described, I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah, what a name to walk into, what a kind of legacy to walk into as a child. So that's really important to us. The meaning is always something that we think about behind anything we name, whether it be a pet or a child. Obviously, everybody has their own free will and can choose their life, but I would love to just let them be able to walk into that character. I like the name that we're going to choose because I feel like there's lots of possibilities for nicknames that are all really cute, in my opinion.
You chose like 3 nicknames for that name. I'm like, wow.
I like all of them, so I feel like it's a good possibility for us. So we will see what happens, but those are the names that I think are really beautiful. And if you're looking for baby names for girls or boys, obviously we have some names that could be used for both. So maybe this list has kind of helped you find one that you enjoy. We're excited to meet this girl, this proud, beautiful queen.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to see her, and I think that she's gonna be completely different than Eli. Eli is kind of like me, mostly.
He has lighter skin and
Yeah.
he has blonder hair and lighter eyes. Doesn't really look like me at all. It's gonna be so interesting to see what she is and what she's like, what her features are, her character. We can't wait to meet you, little baby.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Absolutely, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you know when we have new videos coming out. Comment down below on your favorite names. What are your favorite baby names or names that you've named your children that you're really happy that you named?
Because we might still change our mind.
Might steal your idea.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Hi, Queen.